Hey guys, John and Scott here from Sin RC. Today I'm flying the F-22 that I just repaired. You may have seen the unfortunate incident of flying into the ditch that's over there. I'm really happy that it hit the ditch, because if it had hit the ground, I probably would have ordered replacement parts. As it is, there's just some scuffs on the wing. I mean, it's a foam airplane, right? You can keep it pristine for so long. I've repaired it. She's working fine. I've been actually perfecting my Cobra technique off camera while Scott was getting his A-10 ready. But she just flew. My man's learning how to fly jets really well. If he lets me, maybe we'll film his Viper before he leaves. But for the meantime, we're gonna fly this. We're gonna take off with full span flaps. I'm gonna do a lot of testing, make sure she's still good to go, and see if we can push the limits with this. And then we'll take the F-35 back up again. Have some tons of fun here. We've moved. We're still at the same airport, but we have moved further down the taxiway to get this nice long stretch of space with no trees. This is where it's at. I like it here. We're going to take off with the deflected ailerons, which means full span flaps. Everything is looking good. Oh, let me turn that off. Those are my spoilers. Spoiler mix is pretty sweet, but I don't need them right now. All right, here we go. Forgot to mention that we're flying on a 6000 Z pack. Okay, let's just turn around and do some low level high alpha.
Full flaps. Flaps up.
Very stable in the air. You can see the ailerons kind of doing their thing. They're stabilizing for both pitch and roll. The way I've set this plane up. This thing is a marvel of engineering.
Full flaps.
Freewing really outdid themselves with this model. I know it's an older one, but I love the way it flies. Okay, we're gonna go up in the air, do a Cobra maneuver to show you that this plane with the high-tech D85s can do it with no problem. Did you see that? It stopped on a dime. Isn't that insane? It does better Cobras with the heavier battery because the CG was just too far back on the 5000 Smart. Let's do it again because we can do that. And if the plane disintegrates in midair, it's just more content for the channel. See how it stopped in midair, but it started doing, like, it just floats. It's defying gravity, just like the real F-22. Get a high-speed pass. Just like her baby sister, the F-35 70mm, she slides around those turns. Let's go up and do a, sorry, I didn't mean to bump you, do a power, what do you call it, tail slide. So much agility. This plane is just an incredible machine. We're gonna go ahead and take her up and do a flat spin, or maybe a Cobra to a flat spin. Let's do that. Let's get some altitude.
299.5 feet.
Don't want to blind myself. Sorry about the light, guys. Sorry about the sun, Scott.
It's actually coming through great on this camera.
I'm sure it is. That iPhone 13 is really, really good. I'm gonna step to your left here. Make an inverted pass over the runway. I got this thing stabilized so well. Outside loop is no problem at all. Let's try an inverted alpha pass. I'm gonna go right to left with that because, again, I want to be able to get out of it. I love my jet so much that I don't want to put it into too much unnecessary risk. So we're gonna go a little higher. I'm sorry if it offends some of you. Just to test out the characteristics. We're in alpha right now. Okay, we can get lower. Throttle up. I don't want to wreck this plane. I mean, I just fixed it, but I mean, it is foam, and you can do all sorts of repairs to foam, or you can just get new parts, which is what I would do, because I want my plane to look pristine. I'm gonna come in and try to do a nice inverted alpha pass right over the taxiway. handles it like a champ. Isn't that crazy, Scott?
Mm-hmm.
Inverted alpha in a jet. Let's do it again. A little lower this time. Snaps her right out of it. I have so much control authority in this jet. I mean, I really have to work hard to crash it, and I did work hard last time I crashed it because I did something stupid. I tried doing an alpha turn, which is not something I normally do. I've never trained to do it in a jet. I've never had any experience, so of course I screwed it up. I'm gonna land, bring her down. This is kind of a performance flight, so I want to bring her down safe, demonstrate her capabilities. A little bit of turbulence up there.
Full flaps.
Full span flaps in place.
Flaps up.
There we go. Spoilers engaged. I got another 6,000 too, so we got to go back up and do this again. But thank you for watching, guys. I hope you find this kind of content useful and informative.
22.7 volts.
I have to go get my jet. We'll be back later. All right, guys, taking the F-22 back up on another 6,000 pack. With the amount of weight that I've removed from this plane and the extra 3 ounces of weight I put into the tail using the FMS 1950 motor, which is in that Viper jet over there that Scotty's got, this thing is a phenomenal beast. It is so unlike the stock experience, and I've flown both. This is easily my favorite jet ever. I will never not have this in my hangar, I don't think. Let's go, baby. Gentle takeoff. Just gonna immediately turn her around. I was gonna do alpha this direction, but there's too much wind coming from this direction, so we're gonna go ahead and bring her down. Okay, flip her around.
30 seconds.
I'm gonna drop the flaps, slow her down into the wind.
Full flaps.
Full flaps, not just half flaps. The whole wing is a flap.
Flaps up.
And that alpha pass. Could have been a bit better. I should have gone further out and hit the flaps there.
Flight lag 21.2 volts.
Ignore the warning, it's totally fine. So that inverted alpha goes right into it, and I have just enough control authority to make it stay in it.
1 minute.
Turn her around. Getting on that time of day where it's a little sketchy to fly. It swaps instantly from alpha to alpha. It doesn't matter what direction it goes in. I'll get her lined up again. I don't want to break this jet, but there's so many things I want to do with it. And inverted alpha is something I really want to push some more. But why do I have to do it right above the runway, right? Why do I have to do it right above the runway? Because it looks cool. Because that's what people love to see, is these planes doing things that, well, this one's definitely designed to do this stuff. It just, you got to unlock some of its features to get it to be this agile. Do some more alpha passes, because I'm having fun. Although my heart rate's starting to skyrocket a little bit. Some of these moves I'm pushing up too hard. I'm going to screw it up. I just gotta be gentle.
2 minutes.
Does that look incredible? All right, now let's do some regular alpha, because if it does crash, I'm not gonna destroy the rudders. Rudders aren't cheap, man. I think they're like 50 bucks for the pair.
Full flaps.
Bring the flaps in to slow her down.
Flaps up.
Oh, look at that beautiful sky. Clouds are where it's at. All right, let's get a full throttle pass right above the runway.
Flight lag 20.7 volts.
Oh, a little too stabilized. Turn that down. Sorry, Scott. Turn the roll stabilization down. I need to adjust that mix. Mine's on a switch, or on a slider and a mix with my throttle. It should have been nowhere near as strong as that. Sorry, bud, I didn't mean to freak you out. We're gonna go a little lower and a little further away from us this time.
Flight pack 20.6 volts. Flight pack 21 volts.
See how agile that is? Did I throw you off? I didn't throw you off, did I? Like I said, this thing feels like a 3D jet. Especially the way it pulls around the curves.
Power loop. FCS normal.
With thrust vectoring, this would be one of the best planes you could fly. I'm sure some people will say the SC-35 is where it's at, and they're probably right, but I like the look of the Raptor. And ultimately, a lot of what this comes down to with these models is how it looks and what you want to do.
Full flaps.
Some nice alpha passes on this thing. Check my voltage.
21.9 volts.
21.9, so that's under load.
Gear down.
Let's go ahead and get the gear out.
Full flaps.
A little bit more elevator comp up, but I think she's okay.
4 minutes.
Not the best landing in the world, but I'll take any landing I can get sometimes. I just want to get the plane down and get it down safe.
22.8 volts.
Perfect. Now let's see if I can turn her around this time, so we don't have to do the walk of shame. Nope, 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 nope. Got her.
FCS normal. Spoilers.
Get the spoilers out to manage some of our ground speed. They're very effective. This thing will slow down pretty quick. The spoilers are good. See what I mean?
FCS normal.
Cool stuff. Hey guys, as always, really appreciate you guys watching.
22.
This channel can't grow without you people watching. You guys are just amazing. Thank you so much for being here. See you next time, guys.